Hey guys, what is up? Before I begin this Monday Night Raw review for January 21st, 2019, I want to let you guys know that episode 277 of the Team Hill podcast is now available on all major podcasting platforms: iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeart, PODBEAN. So head over there now, download the latest episode. Myself, Dave Sack, and Big Mike were live on YouTube yesterday on this channel, and we talked about numerous topics, such as the rumored releases that were requested by Mike Kanellis, Maria Kanellis, and the Revival. We gave our thoughts on Evolve 120 that I attended this past Saturday. I also went on a little rant, if you will, on the new Skype update because my laptop, or Skype for that matter, forced me to update their system and all that fun stuff. So again, you do not want to miss it. So go out of your way, give it a download. Check out the podcast, give us those 5-star rating, give us that dope-ass review. Why the hell not? Again, episode 277 is now available on all podcasting platforms. We also announced on the show that the Team Hill podcast is moving to Sundays, starting February the 3rd, Super Bowl Sunday. I get it, I'm aware. It's the day of the Super Bowl, so we're going to go live on that day after the Super Bowl. After the Super Bowl, the Team Hill podcast will be live on Sundays. But our last Friday show will be this Friday, the go-home show to the Royal Rumble. We're trying to get the whole gang back together for this episode, so you do not want to miss episode 278 going live this Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, motherflowers, let's talk about how the hell Monday Night Raw was a big disappointment tonight. Let's talk about how Monday Night Raw tonight was arguably the Adrian Broner of pro wrestling. You know, to me, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, the purpose of a go-home show is to get fans excited. Is to get fans to look forward to the pay-per-view that they're promoting. Doesn't matter what promotion it is. And I've said this for a long time, and I'll keep on saying it. I've always look forward to the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is, without a doubt, one of my favorite pay-per-views of the calendar year because of the Royal Rumble match, the surprise entrances, the idea that all these guys are going to be in a fucking ring battling it out, who's going to go over the top rope, who's going to go to WrestleMania. And not only do I get one Rumble match, I get two now because, oh my God, you got to have the women do Rumble match as well. But other than that, I feel like, again, Monday Night Raw tonight in Oklahoma City, the writer said, you know what, we're going to Boboville. Fuck it. Let's put whatever we can. Let's have our Intercontinental Champion, who's African American, that is, right, do a pose down with another fellow African American. A ridiculous pose down that literally meant nothing on MLK Day. That's fucking smart, right? That's fucking intelligent. No, I'm sorry. But again, anyone that thinks this was fucking amazing, it was intelligent, you gotta be fucking Bobo the Fool. I'm sorry, you are Bobo the Fool for that one. All right. Raw obviously was live from Oklahoma City, and again, I thought the show was very, very disappointing. It did not get me hyped up for the pay-per-view. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna watch it because, again, the Rumble pay-per-view is arguably one of my favorites throughout the calendar year, and it's the beginning of the road to WrestleMania. But as always, guys, give me your thoughts down below the comment threads of this video. Did you enjoy Monday Night Raw? Did you not enjoy Monday Night Raw? Or let me know on Twitter at HeelSteven. You can follow me there, and I tweet throughout the shows and all that fun stuff. So this show kicked off with the Universal Champion Paul Heyman. They come down to the ring, and Heyman recapped last week's events where Finn Balor pinned John Cena. By the way, John Cena apparently fucked up his ankle. And now it's in question whether or not he will be appearing at the Royal Rumble match. I think he will. I think, honestly, he will. He's big match John. Why the fuck would he not? And said that he believes, and what happened here as well, that Cena said, oh, Cena believes in Balor. Now, apparently, everyone believes in Balor, right? And Paul Heyman wanted to say that, hey, you know, Finn Balor is the voice of reason, what have you, but Paul Heyman is the voice of martyr. And how Brock Lesnar going to beat up Finn Balor so badly at the Royal Rumble, Finn Balor will believe that Brock Lesnar is the superior and whatnot. And then out came Vince McMahon, pal. Hey, pal. Out came Vince McMahon, interrupted both Heyman and Lesnar, and compared Brock Lesnar and Balor to David and Goliath. Because of fucking course he's going to do that. Let's compare it to David and fucking Goliath. Right? And Braun Strowman comes out. And by the way, Vince does not believe that Finn Balor is beating Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. We'll just keep that in mind too, okay? And then out came Braun Strowman. And keep this in mind, Braun Strowman is not facing Brock at the Rumble because he destroyed Vince's limo for whatever reason. And he tells Lesnar that if he is still the champion come the Royal Rumble, that he'll be waiting to tear him apart, just like he tore apart Vince's limo. And this got Finn Balor to come out to the ring, and he said that McMahon doesn't believe in him, but he believed in his ability to beat Brock Lesnar. And then he tells Braun Strowman to keep his nose out of his business because unlike him, he'll be beating Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble and get back his title that he never lost. Now, it's worth noting that apparently he was interviewed by ESPN, I guess early in the day, and they asked him if he would be the Demon Balor for the match, right? At the Royal Rumble, will he be the Demon King? And apparently he said no. Now, when I hear this, I'm willing to believe that he will be the demon. I think it writes itself. The demon versus the beast. It writes itself. That being said, too, with all this talk of, oh my God, he can't do it, I don't believe in you. A part of me believes now that, hey, for some weird reason, a part of me believes that, you know what? Finn Balor could possibly walk out of Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona after the Royal Rumble as the new Universal Champion. What they're throwing out here, right? Oh my God, we don't believe in you, Finn. He might just do it. And ain't that what everybody wants? Oh my God, Finn Balor, too sweet, yay, mother flower, look at me, I'm Bobo the Fool, too sweet, too. Am I right? I mean, why the fuck? Why not at this point in juncture, right? I mean, you could do this whole thing of this whole thing where I guess Braun costs Brock the championship, right? During the match, where I guess the ref takes a bump. But again, I don't think that that creative is that bright to do that, but we'll see. Again, this is the same creative team that tonight did a pose down for between Bobby Lashley and Apollo Crews. Keep that in mind, okay? There's food for thought. And then all this led to Vince McMahon, hey, let's have a real-life David and Goliath right now. Let's have Braun Strowman versus Finn Balor. And he wanted Brock and Paul Heyman to be at ringside for this match to get a good view, right? And in this match, I guess Finn goes to the outside of the ring. It does a drop kick on Brock Lesnar. Brock falls. And I guess Brock does like a German suplex to Finn outside of the ring. And then it looked like, oh my God, Finn is going to win. He's going to beat Braun Strowman because he hit a sling blade right outside of the ring. And it looked like he's going to win. And what do you know? Brock comes in, F5s Balor, and then, that was it. He F5s him and covers disqualification. Whoop-de-doo. Now, that being said, again, a part of me is willing to believe that there's a possibility that, hey, Finn Balor might walk out as the new Universal Champion. He might go out there, maybe be the demon. A part of me believes he will be the demon. But, again, we'll see how all this goes, right? But at the same time, if he's the demon, then this whole idea, believability, oh my God, we don't believe Finn can do it, then he has to be just regular plain old Finn. But we'll see how that goes at the Royal Rumble. After his Bobby Lashley celebrating his win from beating both Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins last week for the Intercontinental Championship. And again, Apollo Crews then broke up the celebration by challenging Lashley to a fucking match. And then Leo Rush said he isn't in Lashley's league, right? He's not in his league, but said if he could beat the champ in a fucking pose off, they might give him a match. And they did this fucking pose down. Who can do the best poses and shit? Like, come on fucking Martin Luther King Day. Let's have 2 African Americans do some silly skit. It's bad enough we give African Americans a bad stereotype in WWE with these silly, goofy antics and shit. Let's give them a pose down, brother. I thought it was stupid, made zero sense. They had the match. Apollo Crews got some moves in. Lio Rush got involved, and then Lashley speared him for the 1-2-3. There you go with that. I mean, it was that simple. It was that fucking simple, really. Let's be real about it. Did anybody care? No, I didn't give a fuck about this. I'm pretty sure both these guys will be in the Royal Rumble match. Are they going to win? Absolutely not. But at the same time, if you want to do a program for Apollo Crews, I guess there you go with that. But honestly, I'm just not invested in it. I'm really, really not. I thought it was silly. The entire fucking pose was just silly to me. We had Rollins said, even though he's a long shot, he's going to win the Royal Rumble. Even though also he took a line from Dr. Martin Luther King as well. Then Drew McIntyre came out and he offered a rebuttal. Keep this in mind too, Rollins talked about how early this year he had 2 titles and he had his family there with it, but now he doesn't have his brothers there, doesn't have the titles anymore. It's like he's dedicating the Rumble to Roman Reigns. And a part of me believes as well that, hey, there's that possibility that Seth Rollins could walk out winning the Royal Rumble match. And the way early on, a couple of weeks ago, he was talking about Brock Lesnar not being there, always missing these dates, what have you. It kind of gives you that belief. All the shit he was throwing at Brock, why not? Why not challenge Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania? That is, if he wins, of course, but we'll see how that goes down the road too, this Sunday. But it kind of gives that vibe like, oh my God, they're going with Rollins, the Rey Mysterio 06 route. Now, I'm not saying that Rollins going to enter at number 1 or number 2, which would be funny as all hell if he did. And then McIntyre come out and he offered, again, like his rebuttal. He said that there is 0% chance that Rollins is going to win the Rumble because of his wrestling style. How Rollins does all these high-flying moves, puts his body on the line, and that's his downfall. And then they have a match. They have a match right there. Again, it was a good match, the best match on the show by default. But at the same time, it's like I've seen this get wrestled so many times already. It's like what they're gonna do. Yeah, there's a spot where I guess McIntyre did like a reverse suplex something like that on the outside of the ring, and literally they like left freaking Rollins like flat like a pancake. There's a moment again where Rollins did the whole Falcon Arrow suplex on Drew McIntyre, which he's done numerous times before. There's this move where McIntyre did like a Celtic cross, whatever, from the top turnbuckle onto the canvas. But it was all said and done. There's a near fall, and then eventually Rollins rolled up McIntyre for the 1-2-3, and Rollins got the win. But again, this whole story of Rollins and how he's gonna dedicate the Rumble. Even though he didn't say it, but that's the vibe again that I'm getting from all this shit. Backstage, we see the Revival talking to Vince McMahon, where they requested one more shot at the tag titles, right? And McMahon didn't want to give it to them, but hey, the Revival talked about, I guess, getting a referee that will call it down the middle. Then out came Kurt Hawkins. Tried talking to Vince McMahon, but McMahon said he wouldn't get a match. But it's funny because you hear about the Revival, I guess, wanting out, right? Rounding the release, but yeah, here's Vince McMahon giving them a tag team title match, right? And I'll be real about it when they said, oh, have Kurt Hawkins be the guest referee, right? It's funny because all this talk of them leaving and potential going to AEW, which again, there's nothing in concrete yet with AEW. These fuckers don't got a fucking TV deal yet. But yeah, people saying, oh, go to AEW, man. Go to AEW. And the idea, just imagine what would have happened if the Revival would have won the tag titles tonight. Just imagine how funny that would have been. I would have started crying in tears. I'm sorry. I just really would have, to be real with you. But that was that later on in the night. It was the Revival and Bobby Roode and Chad Gable with Kurt Hawkins the referee. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Dean Ambrose said somewhere backstage that he owned the road to WrestleMania, and the Royal Rumble will be one of his shining moments, and how he will personally eliminate both Rollins and Bobby Lashley. Good. Down to the point. Move on. We had the Lucha House Party in a meaningless 6-person tag versus Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers. Grand Metalik pinned Sunil Singh, and honestly, I didn't give a fuck about it. Neither did any of you, I guarantee. We had Elias, I guess, backstage, walking to the ring, and you see EC3 checking himself on the fucking mirror once again. It's like he's becoming the dashing Cody Rhodes of today's WWE almost, right? And you see Dana Brooke checking out EC3. And then Elias walks to the ring. He plays his song, but gets interrupted by Baron Corbin. And what do you know? They have a match. And here's the thing about it, okay? Why are these two still feuding? Why? I mean, didn't Baron Corbin... Think about this, right? Didn't Baron Corbin last week run away from Braun Strowman? Right? Didn't he hit in that limo that Braun just fucking tore to shreds? Right? But yet here he is feuding with Elias. I mean, where's Braun Strowman? Shouldn't Braun Strowman go after Baron Corbin here still? Even though that would be silly, the fact they're still feuding as well. I don't think it is, but still. Right? Baron Corbin is the guy that cost Braun the championship. But yet... at the same time, Baron Corbin is still feuding with Elias and some meaningless shit. The match happened. Corbin connected with the end of days. Before that, he punched Elias in the throat. But there you go. I think they're both in the Rumble match. It is what it is. None of them are either winning either. So let's see how that goes too. We had the moment of bliss where Alexa Bliss announced the women participants. Right? They showed like 21 women on the screen. So it makes you think, who are the other 9 going to be as surprise entrances? Like yesterday on Twitter, they announced every 30 minutes who's going to be in the Rumble match. And I thought, honestly, that was silly to me. Because I want to be surprised. I want to be excited who's going to come out for both the men's match and the women's match. Like, if you tell me who's going to be in the Rumble match, I'm not going to give a shit. I'm not going to care. Where's the surprise element? If you tell me, oh, Trish Stratus could be in the Rumble match. Hey, she was in it last year. She didn't win. She was number 30. Big whoop. Let's bring out old lady Trish again. Fucking yay. I'm Bobo the Fool. Yay. Just saying. Okay, I'm just fucking saying. But she announced the women. After this, she brought her guest. Her guest was Nia Jax. And after this, Ember Moon came out, Alicia Fox, Mickie James, the Riot Squad, Dana Brooke, Tamina, Nikki Cross. They all came out to the stage to stake their claim about being the winner of Sunday's Rumble. And the women brawled on the stage and also in the back. And then Bliss announced that she is returning to the ring at the Rumble match. And this got a pop. Because for a while, people were wondering, hey, will Alexa ever wrestle again, right? With this injury that she sustained a while ago. And I'm happy to know that she's going to wrestle again. I'm happy to know that. I'm happy that she's going to wrestle again, be in the Rumble match. And then Lacey Evans walked out and announced that she's also going to be in the Rumble match. And she's going to win the Rumble match and not Alexa Bliss. I could see, honestly, Lacey Evans eliminating Alexa Bliss or vice versa. And you know what? You can do a program right there. Alexa Bliss versus Lacey Evans. It's not a bad program, honestly. Not really a bad program. I'm all for it, to be honest with you. But let's see how that one goes too. Titus O'Neil got interrupted, explaining why he was going to win the Rumble. No one gave a shit. We had Heavy Machinery making their Raw debut versus the Ascension. They got a win. Of course they did. They hit the Heavy Compactor on Victor for the pinfall. Let's be real about it. At this point, even probably you beat the Ascension. Right? Come on. And then we had the tag team title match. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable defend their tag title against the Revival with special guest Kurt Hawkins. And again, if the Revival would have won here, I would have started crying in tears, laughing my ass off. Because all this talk of, oh, they want the release. They want the release. They're not happy. They requested the release in the ring gear. They were mad that the tag team champions weren't on even on Raw last week. But yeah, here they are now. Here they are now, right? You can even say, oh, that's WWE's attempt to make them stay and shit like that. Too little, too late. The AEW effect. I just thought it would be funny as all hell, to be honest with you, okay? Even though, again, with AEW, there's nothing official yet. There's no fucking TV deal yet. Hell, I just found out in the news, apparently, through the dirt sheets, that apparently Get this, mother flowers, get this. Apparently, AEW does not own the rights or the footage to All In. Ring of Honor does. So if they want the footage to All In, they gotta pony up the Ring of Honor, mother flower. I tell you, better get Twisted Tony to pay up to Joey Koff. Just saying. Tú sabes. Just saying. Tranquilo, mother flower. Don't be Bobo the Fool now and shit. But the match itself, again, there were moments where, again, Gable rolled up Scott Dawson after Hawkins broke up Dash Wilder. But they broke up. Dash Wilder tried to hold him up through the ropes. And again, there were moments where the Revival tried to cheat the win, but Kurt Hawkins stopped it. He prevented it. Like, they had the foot on the ropes, one hold the boots. He stopped it. And all this led to, I guess it was Chad Gable rolling up. I want to say we have Scott Dawson, right? And it was one of those things where the referee did a fast count, 1, 2, 3 fast count, and then the Revival decided to attack Kurt Hawkins. All this led to Zack Ryder coming out from catering, that is, right, to make the save for his former tag team partner. And they reference, oh, they were former tag team champions. They were former tag team champions many years ago. I mean, you're going to bring them back. I guess the Major Bros or the Dude Busters. Yeah, the Major Bros, right? Why not bring back Hawkins and Ryder as a tag team? None of them are doing shit. And maybe, just maybe, Kurt Hawkins can finally win a match. So let's see. Let's see. I mean, the Raw tag team division does need a kick in the ass. Hey, to start, why the fuck not? We find out that the main event was going to be Ronda Rousey and Natalya versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. When I saw that, I'm like, bruh. It was bad enough. The Moment of Bliss was terrible as it was, okay? But this is like, really? This is the closing of the show? You mean to tell me that the segment from early in the night with Braun and Finn and Brock, that could not close your show? Your go-home show? Just saying. Or can I at least get a brawl between some of the can I get a brawl at least with some of the guys from the Rumble match from the Raw roster in the ring? Something like that? Like, come on, right? But before this, Ronda said that Sasha Banks is too busy being a boss and all this, and she doesn't have, while she's been learning what it is to be a champion. She's been busy being a boss and learning what it is to be a champion, right? I guess in a way throwing shade at Sasha Banks, how Ronda had been nothing but respectful, this and that. And then we get to the ring, and Sasha just goes off on Ronda, how Ronda's been handed everything, how last year Ronda was in the Rumble match for almost an hour, and then Ronda just walked in, and again been handed every opportunity, and how at the Rumble, Sasha's beating Ronda Rousey. It's her toughest match to date. And I get it, you're going there. We're going there with, let's, break the fourth wall a little bit here, right? Let's get a little personal, if you will. I'm all for it. And you know what? I'd rather see Sasha Banks in a heel role type, if you will, than her being this babyface position that she's on the card right now. It should be a fun match. I'm not saying it's going to be anything terrible because, again, Ronda Rousey, say what you want about her, but when she's out there, yo, she's, again, she proved that she can go out there, she can hang in there with anyone. So I look forward to seeing the match. But again, the match for what it was there. Where there's a moment where, hey, Sasha and Ronda, they touch. Honestly, I would have waited until the Rumble for them to touch. That's just me, of course. There's a moment where, again, Ronda had Sasha in the armbar, and then Sasha had Ronda in the bank statement, and then eventually Sasha Banks made Natalya tap out. And then there was the brawl. There was like a little argument between Sasha and Ronda to close the show. That was Monday Night Raw. Again, did this show excite me for the Rumble? No, not at all. And I know for a fact the sad part about it, so a lot of you bobos out there, they're going to say, oh, but this show got me excited for the Royal Rumble. I'm looking forward to the show. Don't lie to me, bruh. Don't fucking lie to me. Don't lie to yourself, motherfucker. I'm just saying. Alright? But other than that, this is your Monday Night Raw review. You can tell how excited I look right now. But other than that, I did record 2 match simulations for TakeOver Phoenix. I did a match simulation of Aleister Black versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT title, and as well as Bianca Belair versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's title. I'll be doing more match simulations this week. Also this week, we'll be doing our final Retro Rumble review, the Royal Rumble 2004, as well as the Go Home edition of the Team Mail podcast for the Royal Rumble. I'll be doing a SmackDown review as well. And let's see what else I just drop on this channel, guys. Alright, so thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share this video to your entire social media. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. And as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, y'all, it's Steve, and I'm out. Peace out, motherflowers.